Are you ready? If you're ready, say ready. Hey, come on in, pull you up a chair, and let's just sit around for a moment or two and see what the Lord has in store for us today through devotions with Brother Aaron. I've entitled today's devotion, My Trips Around the Sun. And let me quickly state that no, it's not my birthday. I'm just pontificating on some things that I've learned in my 71 trips around the sun and being well into my 72nd trip around the sun. In my time here on earth, I've discovered some things. I've discovered that people vote for something or against something by their attendance and their participation. Let that sink in. People vote for something or against something by their attendance and participation. Yeah, I know there are some exceptions to this. I'm not disputing that. However, generally speaking, if they're present, they're voting for it. If they're absent, they're voting against it. Amazingly, we find a way to do what we prioritize. Unfortunately, I've also encountered people along my journey who have perfected the art of passive resistance. They're the ones who are present but don't participate, or who participate begrudgingly. You know them. They're the ones who believe their spiritual giftedness lies in their ability to criticize, condemn, and complain about everything, and they make sure that everybody knows their displeasure regarding any subject. I heard a story once that exemplifies what I'm talking about. The story goes that there was an elderly gentleman in a church who for 40 years had not missed a church business meeting. Historically, he was vocally opposed to and voted against every new idea or proposal that was presented. Uncharacteristically, he was going to have to miss a meeting. So he told his buddy who was going to be in attendance, I don't know what they're going to bring up at that meeting, but whatever it is, you be sure to tell them that I'm against it. The old folks had a name for these folks. They called them the aginers. It made no difference what it was, they were agin it. I have also discovered that effective change is facilitated from the inside out, not from the outside in. Change requires personal participation. It's easy to stand on the outside and criticize, condemn, complain, and cast rocks regarding what's happening inside. It's easy to cut and run. It's easy to take your ball and bat and go home. But again, change is effected from the inside out, not the outside in. Here's a bit of trivia for you regarding Robert's Rules of Order. Did you know that when an issue is voted on in a business meeting, if you abstain or vote present, you are considered to have voted with the majority, whichever way the vote went. To abstain is to have voted to go with the flow. In life, we all encounter people who vote for or against something by their attendance and participation. I have jokingly and sarcastically referred to someone's decision to stop attending the church I was pastoring as blessed subtraction. And sometimes this is indeed the case. In the Bible, in the book of Amos, the 3rd chapter, the 3rd verse, the question is asked, can two walk together except they be agreed? Of course, the answer is no. That can no more happen than you can hook two mules to a plow and one pull north and one pull south, and you somehow manage to plow a straight furrow. It just is not going to happen. So, of course, the answer is no for Amos 3:3. And the book of Ecclesiastes teaches us that to everything there is a time and a season. Sometimes seasons simply come to an end and time expires. As the legendary football coach Vince Lombardi once said, we didn't lose the game, we just ran out of time. Ain't that the truth? But unfortunately, too many blessed subtractions can lead to the demise of the organization and its leadership. A smart leader seeks to understand the why regarding the actions being taken. They do whatever they can to reignite the passion that once existed, and they do their best to draw the one lost sheep back into the fold. So, let's recap. People vote for something or against something by their attendance and participation. Change is affected from the inside out, not from the outside in. And amazingly, we find a way to do what we prioritize. These are just a couple of things I've discovered while making my many trips around the sun. Lord, please help us to be attentive and observant to the truths we encounter as we circle the sun. Help us to learn from these truths and apply them to our lives. And I ask these things in your name. Amen and amen.